Well, good morning, or should I say good afternoon. Welcome to build day 9. It's about 12:15. We spent most of the morning running errands. And I'm just getting out to the hunt. Coming over into my, I guess you can call it mechanical area. And we got a Kaylee with us, carrying around one of my cigar wrappers. Sorry. Came over here to plug in the Dragon. I didn't do that this morning before we left on our errands. Figure I better do it now. Yes, Kaylee. She's bored. She's expecting me to play. And I want to work on the hunt. And we're, of course, walking the hunt. Because I wanted to look at the mausoleum. And there, you should be able to see the black plastic up on top today. And we got a mess out here with all my clippings that need to be clipped up. But not too bad. There's a couple of pinholes and stuff in it, which is just fine. Ain't going to hurt nothing. But we got to this point yesterday. We got this done, and we got this done. And with that, maize is officially done on the grass area. Waiting for next week so we can start the driveway. So, today is Thursday, and I don't want to take a week off. The idea of starting early was to get ahead of the game. So, what we are going to do is I've got some stuff in the shop, I've got a bunch of stuff in the storage locker out back, and I've got some stuff downstairs. We are going to start digging that out, bringing it out and putting it into their displays, and then I'll hop in and just start doing displays. Getting some of the props set up, maybe switch over, get some of the lighting done, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, trying to get things taken care of. So that is on the docket for today. I don't know, other than getting stuff out here, how far we're going to get with actually doing any setup today. Today is going to be basically a lot of running around. Now, breakfast of the day. And it's a wonky one. You're going to have exactly what I just had for lunch. Leftover pigs in a blanket. That's little pieces of a hot dog with a crescent roll wrapped around it. Had that for dinner a couple of nights back. We had some left over, so I had those. I also had 3 McDonald's apple pies in the fridge. So I have pigs in the blankets and McDonald's apple pies with a cherry Coke for lunch. Well, that's what you're having for breakfast. Enjoy. Oh, another thing too I wanted to touch on before I get to work. EHG Projections, Emerald Gypsy Heart, or the EGH. Either way, Emerald Gypsy Heart. She was the one that asked about how I put the wall panels together. And she asked me another question on concerning it. What do you do when you get into uneven ground and that sort of thing? Well, like here is a good example. I've got this partition wall, which is going to extend out here onto the driveway. You notice it's going over the curb. And when I get on the driveway, it's going to be dropping down about 1 inch, which means the top of the wall is not going to be level. So at this point, when I put that panel in, this panel is actually going to be higher than the panel that goes here. And when I put the skin on it, it's not going to match up. There's not much I can do about it. It's just something you have to live with. And with the patterns and the props and stuff we put in, most people don't even recognize it. So there's no problem with, with it really. It's also, like here, there's this wall is slightly set back further than this wall, so there's a seam there. Once I get the propping, you get the movement, and you're at night, no one notices it. I'm not overly worried about it. Then we had another comment on yesterday's vlog from Awoken Nightmare, or Awaken Nightmare, or something like that. He was asking where I get my tents from. Because they were thinking about, doing some tents out in their driveway. These little white ones, I've been buying them for years. I get them down at Costco in the spring. You know, Costco only carries them in the spring. And they run about $200. You know, some of you guys are going to say, well, you know, that's expensive. Yeah, they are. They're more of a commercial grade though. And, hey, sorry about that. I had a phone call come in that I've been waiting for. Woken Nightmare, I believe it was, we were addressing in his comment. At least I think it was a Woken Nightmare. I'm going to basically start over. Originally, he had asked about my tents, where I got my tents from. Well, I have two different styles. The main ones that I use, I have a lot of, are these little 10 by 10s. And they're a heavy duty tent. My oldest one I've got, God, I want to say is about 9 years old. You know, that I use out here in the haunt. And we bought them, you know, some of you know, my wife and I sell produce at farmers markets. So I buy them, you know, to cover our booth space when we're at the farmers markets. And as they start getting grungy and dirty, we put them off to the side and buy new ones. Because once they get to this state here, they don't clean so easy. Now I get them down at Costco in the spring. They run about $200 each. And when you get them, you get the tent, you get a bag that the tents go into, and you also get sidewalls and some stakes that you can use to stake the tents down with. You know, so you get a lot of stuff for the $200, which is worth it. And they hold up and last. My oldest tent, which we got rid of last year because the canvas on it had finally ripped and the frame wasn't in that good of a shape. It was 12 years old. You know, we used it for 12 years, you know, between business and the haunt. So it held up. Now, the other tent I've got is the blue and yellow one. That I get from a company called Selena Tents. And that is a commercial grade tent. And they aren't cheap. When I originally bought that back in 2002, I paid $1,200 for it. You know, and back then $1,200 was quite a bit of money. I went to look at them the other day. I was thinking about getting another one, and the price on them, it's about $2,100 for a 20 by 20 tent. You know, so the price has gone up. It's expensive, but like with that one, we bought that in 2002, so we've had it for 18 years. The framing's just fine on it. We do need to buy a new canvas top though for it. The one that's up there is starting to really show its age. Anyway, Woken Nightmare, hopefully that answers your question. Now with that, I'm putting the camera down. We're going to get to work. We got to start moving stuff around. Okay, we just got done with Kaylee's walk. We've been busy. We've got the mech in for the jumper and the bouncer. What's this? Oh, that's the chain for the chain haul, which is going to be the first display we work on. Got the trunk out here. I got the chains. We're going to get the chains up in here today. And Suanne's got the bride out here. I got to get her installed. Actually, I kind of like her sitting like that. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Sue about that. And then graveyard is a real disaster. We got the parts for all the mechs, the tombstones, and all that out here. All this has to be assembled, and we got to kind of figure out where we're going to post things. Plus, I've got the screen to put in back there. And then in here, we've got the different gargoyles, the boxes that go in the hole, the urns, some of the pillars. And you get over here into the water room, we got Fred out. We got the Dusty Dragon, which I might leave that way, I don't know. He's been sitting up in the rafters in my shop since last year. But we got all this stuff out, so I can putz around with some of that. Until the liner's going, there's not a whole hell of a lot I can do in the water room. And then here in the photo hallway, we got some of the pictures out, which I can start putting up. And I've got 3 big light boxes I need to drag up yet. Forgot about that. But I won't be doing the photo hallway today anyway, I don't think. And then we got the pieces for the hammer and clown, which I can get put together once I find the costume for them. So, not too bad. We've got to start going on it. And Katie's having fun going in circles. Huh? Oh, you got Miss Bunny with you. Okay. But anyway, that's kind of what we've been doing. We got the attic in my shop emptied out. We got everything for the displays out on the grass, out of the shed. I've still got some pirate and clown and spider stuff in there, but that's going out on the driveway. We got a little bit out of the bedroom, a little bit out of the basement. So we aren't doing too terribly bad. At least now I got stuff I can work on. Okay, peeps, progress made. Suanne's in starting dinner. But chain haul is done. I've even got the lights wired up. We got the power station out here. And everything is working. I went and put 2 orange floodlights in, one shining down at the Iron Maiden and the other one down to the Bride to kind of highlight them. The red lights just kind of washing out on them. So I did that. And now we're getting set up over here to do the mausoleum. And Suanne was just in here, and as you can see there, we got little urns there. She was putting the urns in where she wanted them at. So we got to go through, take the plexiglass off, wash it, insert the box into its hole, and attach it, and then put the urn there, and put the plexiglass back in. It will take a little bit to do it. So we'll get that done, and then once that's done, I can bring the light over here, and we'll start putting mechs and stuff together, getting tombstones on their mechs. Don't know if I'll make it to doing any lighting tonight or not, as far as the graveyard goes. As far as the chain hallway, lighting's already done, and you'll get a look at this tonight here before we close out the vlog. So now we've got one display done, except for the hay that goes in. We always put hay in. It gives us a little bit of a contrast and helps hide whatever wires. That display doesn't have any wires. It's one of the rare ones. But okay, welcome to semi-darkness. It's 9:05. I'm just finishing up with what I was working on over in the mausoleum, and I figure I'll give you a little bit of a shot of the finished chain haul and the mausoleum. She's highlighting pretty good. I went and put an orange flood there, pointed down at her. Yeah, right about there is good. And she's highlighting well too. Then they go around, more chains, and out into the curtains. And over here in the mausoleum, I spent most of my time, in fact I spent most of my time, doing these boxes. And here the one light I got on in here isn't we're doing to go like that. And with the urns in them. And I went and got this little part of the display done with the big urn and everything. I still need to get lights in here. And I'm not sure what we're doing down there. You can see the fence posts there. Put those up to put a fence across it. I thought we might put something in there, and I didn't want people messing with it. I'm beginning to wonder if I should even bother. I might not. But you can see the urns and what have you in here. Red, a blue, a white. Got a little blue one there. Suanne chose which colors went in which niche. But other than figuring out what's in there, what I'm going to put in there with those urns, if anything, and if I don't, we got to remove the posts, and getting hay in over here, and then getting lighting in, you know, I'm as far as I can go on here, and I'm not going to be worrying about lighting in here until we get this mess taken care of. And I'm not working on this tonight, though I'm tempted to. But I am getting tired. I know as soon as I stop and sit, I'm going to crash. Now, I need to get the set dresser out here and have her take a look at things. So, and I need to have Morgan come out and do a cleanup out here too. So, but other than that, we are done. Finished for today. So let me get the set dresser out here to have her look at the chain hall and the mausoleum, and get my stuff put away, and we'll go ahead and do our wrap up. Oh hey, end of the day wrap up. I'm tired. Spent several hours grocery shopping today. We were getting low on quite a bit of stuff. As far as work out here, we got a late start due to the grocery shopping. But we still made a lot of progress. I got the dragging and bracing for the big cat down out of the attic in my shop. Or out of the rafters. I don't have an attic, just rafters. We made it through the storage shed out back. Got a bunch of stuff out. And got that out in the haunt. And then we went through the bedroom, storage bedroom, I guess is about the best way of calling it. It's supposed to be a spare bedroom. Right now it's a storage lot for Halloween. Pulled out a few items, tombstones, pictures and stuff for the photo hall. And then we got some stuff out of the basement too. Not all of it, but some of it. And then we actually made it out here, outside, and we got the chain hall done, except for the hay and the display, so Ann approves it. And then I spent the rest of the day working on the mausoleum on the inside. Got the boxes installed, got the little urns and the big urn installed, and that ended up being a double project. First part of the project was getting the boxes fitted to the walls. That was something I had not done yet. And after I got them fitted, I put the urns in, put the clear plexiglass over the front of it, and moved on to the next. And by the time I got down to the last one, I noticed, since I was using my jigsaw to shave off the foam a little bit, you know, so the boxes would fit exactly, a lot of the urns had either fallen over or vibrated down. They weren't sitting in the center of the box anymore. So I had to go back with my hot glue gun, open up each box, put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the urn, and then stick the urn back where I wanted it, and then reseal it back up. And it took a while. It took a little while, but it is done. This is the first time that mausoleum has been 100% put together. So it did take a little bit longer. Now, next year when we go to set the mausoleum up, I marked each hole with what box goes in. The boxes I went numbered. You know, so box 10 will go into hole 10 and what have you. You know, I won't have all the trimming and stuff, so it'll go a lot quicker. Still have lighting in there to do. And I was talking to Sue down at the opposite end from where you come in at on the mausoleum. I have a set of 3 miniature urns. And we both agreed we really don't need a fence there. So I'll be taking the poles out tomorrow and get them out of the way and getting rid of the fence panel. So don't have to worry about that. I still have to do lighting in there, and I'm going to wait till I get the whole graveyard done. I'll do all the lighting at once and stuff. That way I can see where my lighting and stuff is going. Still have the chandelier to put in the mausoleum. That's packed away in one of the tubs in the bedroom, and I have no idea which tub, and I don't feel like digging through tubs just to find the chandelier. You know, that's something that can wait and I can put in later. Besides, it's AC, and I'm not running any AC currently. I'm just going to be working on low voltage stuff. On the docket for tomorrow, it's going to be the graveyard. probably spend most of my day in the graveyard. I need to get the screen set up for it, for the graveyard, that is. And then it's putting all the mechs together, and then getting the tombstones on them, getting everything spaced and placed. And once that's done, I can start worrying about running the low voltage over there, and I might get the trunk line out too, and get that ran as well. You know, see how things work out. It all depends on what happens. First thing though is getting everything kind of put together and kind of in their spots, and then I can start worrying about wiring and everything. But it's going to take the better part of the day to get that area done. So I'm just going to say we're just going to be working on graveyard tomorrow. I don't know if we'll make it out of the graveyard or not. Probably not. Anyway, I'm going to bring this to close, get in the house, get you guys edited and uploaded. So I will see you in the morning. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.